Hey guys, it's Phantom's Center here, back again with another Phantom's Center video, and today I bring you hanging out with Mikey on a rooftop of a building, slash first date slash confession, because you guys are hanging out, and I don't know, I'm still making it up. It is currently 3:30 a.m. for me, yeah, just checking because sometimes my clock can be very messed up. I actually not really forgot to, record this video. It was because I was taking a risk. First I talked to my friend, and then I went on Discord for a little bit, ended up role playing and being distracted. When it ended up going on YouTube, also getting distracted by YouTube shorts. Then I edited my channel and took that Casey sleep aid video off of my top videos. And then I realized, shit, it's 3 a.m. already. I have like what, 4, 5, 6 hours left. Not 6, but 3 hours left. So basically I noticed the hotspot was turned off because I always use a hotspot at night since I don't have data yet, and I realized little shit turned it off. So I risked my life, went into his room, tiptoeing like what, 4 times because I had to heat up my coffee, and he was moving a lot. So I had a fear that he could sense that I'm there because what humans wake up with sound and movement. So I quickly grabbed his phone and I'm like, turn the hotspot back off. And then there you go. I risked my life. But right now I'm looking like Bernard from Megamind because I look so nerdy. I actually got my prescription glasses. Not that I'm wearing them right now. I'm wearing my fake glasses. I got a really big New York hoodie that has a lot of stars on the sleeves. I got an alien abduction hoodie that says it's not an abduction, it's saving something. But I hope you guys enjoy. I'm sorry that I talk so much. My Instagram, Discord link server, wattpad, and the songs that I use will be in the description below. Take a sip of this coffee. I'm only talking fast like this because number 1, fear. Number 2, because I want to get this video done and make sure you guys get content. And of course, yes, Alex, you need to rest. At Phantom's Listener, you need sleep. I know, it's just because I want to keep you guys munching on something during your Christmas break. And of course, I went off track because I'm trying to get like more of my unusual things off my list. But there's the update. I'll update you guys more on the end of the video. I'll see you guys there. Bye. Hey guys, before I get into narrative mode, I'm just going to say I've almost been looking for 10 minutes, more like 8 minutes, for a Mikey photo, so that's why I'm going to use this one. It's most likely the best, but take a sip of this coffee and let's get into narrative mode. Or narrative. You and Mikey were close, just like you and the other turtles, his brothers, were, always. You and Mikey wouldn't stop texting. Even when you were at school, Mikey would always say, dude, I really miss you. Could you come over to the lair? And you would always mute your phone. And of course, it would still buzz even on mute. Vibrate. You went over to the lair, of course, and you sigh, putting your bag down, and say, oh, where is he? Leo pointed as Mikey ran at you, hugging you, picking you up, and saying, I missed you, I miss you, I missed you. Why do you have to spend so long in school? You chuckled, hugging Mikey back as he put you down. Well, you know, education, school hours are just stupid, in my opinion. And you know, just because he says, well, in my opinion, you're all stupid. I wish you would stay in school for at least, what, 3 hours, and then you come back to the lair. And you say, I wish too, buddy. But, I do have time, like, at least a few. We could play video games and everything. Wait, isn't it Friday? You questioned yourself. Mikey nodded with a cute grin. You say, well, then I have all the time in the world. He squeaked. While you two were playing video games, of course the boys brought over pizza. You two munched on pizza, and as the boys went back to their rooms, Mikey decided to ask, hey, listener. You looked over at him, pausing the game, and said, I was wondering, could we maybe hang out outside? Like, on a rooftop. I could show you where it is. It's probably already prepared. And who prepared it? You didn't ask, but and who prepared it, you may ask? Casey did. After you two finished playing up your game and munching on pizza, you two went over to the rooftop. Casey wasn't there anymore, or no longer. You just sat over there, having your drinks and your snacks, looking at the city. You swung your feet, so did Mikey. He sipped on his Mountain Dew and said, New York Times. New York is always beautiful at night, even though it's, so busy during the day. But during the night when it's quiet, look at all the lights and very few people walking around. I wish it was like this every day. Me and you hanging out and everything. I mean, aren't you going to be on break soon? Or maybe moving on to college? He sounded worried and sad. You crossed your arms looking at him, and you said, Mikey, I already said I'm not going to college. That's up to you, honestly, in real life. His eyes widened in happiness, and he said, Really? You would stay? For me? You said in a softish tone. It's like, of course, I would stay for all of you. I mean, college really isn't necessary, only if you're trying to get a higher education. And I'm not working my whole entire life in college, getting burnt out, less hours of sleep, and maybe not even calling you guys every day, just because of some job. Take a sip of this coffee. He brung you close and hugged you. Maybe he gave you a little peck on the cheek. You blushed, and you say, What was that for? And he says, What? Do best friends not give each other kisses on the cheek? He pointed at his cheek. You say, Well, it's not weird, I just wasn't expecting it. You gave him a small little kiss on the cheek. He smiled and said, So, I guess you're just going to be on break? You rubbed the back of your neck, thinking of your decisions, but you wanted to be honest with them. And you said, Well, honestly, after I graduate high school, I'm kind of like dropping out. I'm not going to work, neither am I going to be a house girlfriend or anything, but what I'm going to do is like work from home. And I'll have like way more time to spend time with you guys, hang out. Maybe I could even work in the lair sometimes when Leo is meditating, because it'll be so quiet, or maybe even at night. He blushed a little by your honesty, and that you would stay over in the lair working. That means he would have more time with you even. And he says, with a softish tone, which you never heard him since he's very, very hyper energetic, always has sugar rushes, and he's usually, the loudest one besides Raph. So you would stay over in the lair, just, maybe cuddle. He played with his fingers, and you say, What was that? He looks away nervously. Nothing, actually. Here. He passed over a drink. You say, Thanks? Questioning. And he says, I may or may not have something to tell you. And you said back to him, tilting your head, What was the may not for? I can already tell, Mikey, you have something to tell me. Take a sip of this coffee. Mikey chuckled, and he said, Well, of course, yeah, I have something to tell you. It probably is silly, childish of me, just like my brothers say. But, I've been wanting to tell you this for a little while. He held both of your hands, looking straight at you, your beautiful eyes. He blushed, and he paused. It was like he couldn't speak for a moment. And you said, Mikey? Raising your eyebrow. I love you, okay, listener? I've fallen in love with you since like the first day we've met. You're the most beautiful person I've ever seen. Everything about you is just perfect. Even though Raph or whoever, maybe even bullies, and I'll beat them up, kick their butts. They might bring up your insecurities, but Raph is just teasing. He doesn't actually mean it. Neither do I sometimes, and I know I make you upset. I'm sorry for everything I've done. I just wanted to say I really, really like you. After he said that, he immediately let go of your hands, looking away, covering his mouth like he wanted to scream. you were shocked. Your hands were still in place, and you had no idea what to say. You sat there, you put your hands back, and you took a sip of your drink, thinking or overthinking about what you were going to say to Mikey. You saw him stand up, and he said, I should maybe go. Was that too soon? I probably blew it. You take his hand and sat him back down, and you say, Mikey, I was just going to think about what I was going to say, but you know what? He tilted his head and said, what? Like he was raising an eyebrow. You kissed him. Fast and tiny little kissing sounds. He wrapped his arms around your waist and kissed you back. And you said, I just couldn't think about what to say, so I decided to show my actions. And he said, whoa, I wasn't thinking you were going to be that brave to kiss me. I thought I was going to be the first one to take the first step. You give him a little nudge on the shoulder and he said, ow, playfully. And you say, Mikey, I'm bold enough to get someone a kiss, just like you. You cupped his face. He leaned into your touch and said, I know, you're very, very bold, and I love that about you. It's just like you stand up for me all the time, especially when Raph's trying to kick my ass. You say, oh, foul language I see. He says, hey, I'm not around my brother, so I can actually be myself around you. His voice softened again. Take a sip of this coffee. You decided to question him. Mikey, is that your actual voice when you're not hyper? He says, honestly, it's always been my voice. I just act like that to, kind of fake it all. I know this may be a little sad, but I gotta bring it up. You tilted your head, still cupping his face. Fake it all? You said, questioning. Fake it all as like my sadness or when I feel upset around my brothers. Like when Raph judges me or even sometimes kind of fights with me. He says hurtful things and just a few moments later, even Leo questioned it. How am I so happy all the time? Well, I just answered him because I am. Didn't actually give him the actual reason. But I'll probably never show them this side of me. At least, just not now. Right? You say, only when you're ready. Give him a kiss on the forehead. He smiled, holding both of your hands while you were still cupping his face. Well, now that I told you my reasons, that I like you, will you be my partner? It's a silly question, but will you? Oh, excuse me for a moment. Back. You answered him, of course I'd be your partner. Why wouldn't I be? You gave a silly grin. Of course, he gave you that goofy little smile of his and said, yes, I got the girl/boy/non-binary. He was just so happy. He started happy stimming. And you say, hey, don't happy stim too much. You don't want to fall. You held his hand. He says, yeah, I know. He's sorry. You two continue off the night. Then Casey came up and said, hey, you two gonna get off there soon? I'm trying to, Mikey looked back with kind of a death glare. And he said, okay. But can I join though? I'm kind of lonely. Mikey said, of course. Come on. You got a few spare drinks. I did go past a few stores again because we've been here for what? Mikey checked his T-phone. Oh, God, we've been here for like 5 hours already. You smiled. Well, it feels like 2 minutes. Come on, Case. Oh, God, there's someone dying. And you whistle. Casey joined you two, and you all were, chatting around until Case asked, so, did you get the girl/boy/non-binary? And he says, giving Casey a small playful nudge. Yeah, I did. Casey laughed, giving his cute little grin with his yap. By the way, 2003 Casey, my 2003 Casey isn't the one like with long hair and like the metal mask or anything. He's more like 2012 Casey. Of course, he still got a little bit of long hair like up to his neck, and he has the normal mask like hockey sticks, bats, and everything, etc. Anyway, you guys hung out, went back to the lair. Of course, Casey went back to his house. You guys hung out on the couch, you know, kind of cuddling each other. Leo walked by and asked what was going on, and Mikey gave him a sign. And Leo, of course, gave him a nod and went back to his room and gave you 2 peace. He said, "Mikey, could we cuddle to sleep?" Mikey picked you up bridal style, not even giving you an answer. You blushed, and you 2 went to his room. He laid you down. He laid down next to you, of course, and started cuddling you, giving you your answer. Of course, since the turtle was like, what, way taller than you, he's like 6 feet tall, close to 7, even though he's the shortest out of his brothers. Leo being 7 feet tall, same for Raph, 7.5, and Donnie being also 7.5. So he's quote unquote the shortest, but he was very tall to you. He cuddled you while you laid your face on his chest plate. You 2 fell asleep, and the next morning, of course, woke up to the smell of coffee. That's all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We are getting close to 4K. We have 3,720 something right now, or 30 something. We are very close. I'm proud of each and every single one of you. Thank you guys all for your fan art, support, subs, inviting friends and family to sub, or maybe even taking your mom's phone like I did to my mom's phone and just taking it and subbing to my channel. Yes, that's cheating, but I did it because she wanted to spy on me, and then I unsubbed and erased her whole YouTube history. Anyway, take a sip of this coffee. I'm sorry I got a little sloppy at the end. I just didn't know what to say, and I just woke up to the smell of coffee. Basically, Mikey making the coffee with Donnie, and you woke up kind of like cuddling, not yourself, but a pillow or blanket. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I was thinking of maybe making a BB ex-listener, aka Beast Boy, or maybe a Robin ex-listener. Those are like my next fandoms to go to. Teen Titans and TMNT are like so alike. Just besides Teen Titans are not like, you know, mutants. Besides Beast Boy, he can shapeshift and everything into animals only. He's kind of green. He's kind of like a turtle. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. My Instagram, Discord link, server, wattpad, and songs that I use will be in the description below. Let's see if I'll make another video tonight. You never know.